for the young lad Rohit, getting a wicket on the very first ball of this match, and it's Konen Abbas, the captain, comes early for 11 A's. Once again, a full toss delivery, gently pushed towards the mid-off. So with that single, he opens up his account and as well as the account of 11 A's.
So Fayaz Dongargaon is going to take strike now. Haven't seen much of him. Played a game or two here and there for 11 A's. I'm pretty sure they are also hit by a few players going for the Abu Dhabi T10. Rohit to continue. And that's a wide. They might just get an extra run as well. Smile there for Rohit. Why not? Because he's getting the ball to move.
Good effort by the wicket-keeper Umar Arshad. But still they went for that run. Abbas and Fayaz, they need to do the repair work here for 11 A's.
He was backing away. Konen Abbas looking to go over the top of the offside there. But let it go. Very lucky that it didn't swing back enough to take his stumps.
Luckily, it went straight. If there was a swing, then definitely he would have been in trouble. Konen Abbas, a brilliant captain, leading the 11 A's. Nicely played. They have that fine leg, a bit fine, and just a single drifting towards the legs. A slow start. They have promoted Hassan, the batting order, and it was a bad decision, I would say.
Last ball of the first over then. That's going to be another wide.
I'm surprised that they did not send Saad Ali, who was brilliant with the bat the previous match against 7 districts.
Yes, not sure what the thought was. Last ball for Rohit. Full toss. Coming back in. That's just pushed away for a single. That will be the end of the first over at 6 for 1. Jawad Ghani will share the new ball. He's someone who enjoys his role. He comes out and does what is needed for the team. You want him to bowl with the new ball, he will do it. Want him to bowl at the death, he will do it. And starts off with a very good delivery outside the off stump.
A short run up and gets that extra swing with the new ball. Jawad Ghani, a handy all-rounder TVSL. Taking his time, Fayaz and Abbas out in the middle. Brilliant shot, played straight, and a poor fielding, resulting in the first boundary from the blade of Fayaz Dongargan.
Yes, that was nicely struck. Much needed boundary there, the first one of the innings. Looks to cut appeal, and the finger goes up. Well, it was a length delivery outside the off stump there, looking to cut it away. Just getting a feather, and a good take by Umar there. He departs for 5 or 4.
This time pulling his length back and a bit slow, Fayaz. Tried to play that late cut, and brilliant catch taken by Umar Arshad, standing. And wicket number 2 goes down for 11 ace. It's 10 for 2.
Well, that has been very nicely done. Harshit is the new man in. Just opening the face of the blade there. Getting it past the square third-man fielder for a boundary. And that's the second one of the over. Harshit off the mark with a boundary. Very nicely done.
Off the mark, Harshit with the boundary. In comes Jawad Ghani. Nicely bowled this time, coming into the left-hand batter. Push straight towards the bowler. Though he has conceded 8 runs, he got that wicket of Fayaz. TVSL, who are the champions of the previous edition of S20. Played on the back foot, and once again back-to-back dot deliveries, adjusting his line, and with that dot delivery, over number 2 comes to an end, 14 for 2.
So Rohit will bowl his second over. Back-to-back overs for him. Starts off with a wide outside the off stump, and they pick up an extra run as well.
Started off with a wayward delivery outside the off stump. Keeper this time struggling to get hold of this, and yet another bye has been conceded. Couple of runs.
Rohit will just want to ensure that he keeps up the good work of the previous over. Not like that. Definitely not like that. That's another wide. Again outside the off stump there. This time to the left-hander. It would have been a terrible delivery to the right-hander. Harshit batting at number 4 is an interesting position. That's been nicely picked up. Good looking shot there. That should run away to the fence. It does. Another boundary here for Harshit.
Coming into the left-hand batter this time, Rohit, and nicely played in the gap between fine leg and deep square leg. Dealing in boundaries here, Harshit Kaushik.
Short ball again. This time he goes for the pull, doesn't connect it. Straight to the fielder at short mid.
An interesting field for Harshit. Short mid wicket, mid on, extra cover and point. 4 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. A shorter delivery and pulled. Brilliant placement by the captain. They have the deep fine leg. Went after this delivery and brilliant catch taken by Fayaz Ahmed. Well judged catch.
Yes, Fayaz Ahmed, he has got his 2 overs to bowl as well. He's been on top of his bowling form too. Harshit Kaushik, after 2 very good boundaries, departs for 8 of 6. And 11 ace are 2 down. So Saad Ali is the new man in. Well, he's the one Mudassir was talking about, did well. Drives straight to the fielder. That's a dot ball. Yes, Saad Ali probably needs to... the power play is already done, so there's no real point of taking big time risks. You just get going, pick up the 1s and 2s.
Nicely bowled this time. Fuller delivery, just moving away from Saad. Looking good, Rohit getting those 2 wickets. Under bit pressure here, 11 ace. They need a partnership and also they need to make sure they get those runs in quick time.
And this one comes back into the left-hander. They managed to pick up a single. Was thinking of the second, changed his mind, rightly so. 3 bowled. It's 22 for 3 as Saad gets off the mark. I was talking about Fayaz Ahmed having 2 important overs in the game. Here comes the first one. And starts off with a brilliant delivery there, Fayaz. Saad Ali looking to go for the big slog across the line, missing it. This time cut away, straight to the fielder again, looking for a single. Won't get it. Another dot ball.
Struggling to rotate the strike here, Saad Ali. Experienced Fayaz Ahmed bowling beautifully. Slow in the air this time. Manages to find the gap. For a long time, it's Konen Abbas on strike. It will be an interesting battle between both the experienced players, Fayaz and Konen Abbas.
Yes, Konen Abbas came into bat of the second delivery of the match. It's been 3.3 overs. He has faced just 4 balls. Short ball. Pulled straight to the fielder in the deep. Just a single again. This is very good stuff from the TVS bowlers. Justifying the decision of their captain. Winning the toss. Electing to bowl first. And he goes down the ground. Has he connected it? No, he hasn't, but it lands safe. And they'll pick up just a single.
Once again, a slower delivery. Reaching out this time, Saad Ali, and falling in no man's land. Struggling tonight. He was brilliant in the previous match with the bat, Saad. This time a late cut, and with the dot delivery, over number 4 comes to an end, 25 for 3.
So Nadeem is into the attack, has gone for the big shot. Saad Ali has holed out to the fielder in the deep. Well, another wicket goes down. Wicket number 4 now. And Nadeem strikes off his first ball, second bowler to do so in this innings.
Struggle ends for Saad Ali, walking back after making 3 of 8 deliveries. Big trouble here. 11 is losing their 4th wicket. It's 25 for 4, 4.1 over.
Nilansh Keshwani, the new man in. Flattish delivery outside the off stump. Play and a miss. It's a dot ball.
Good captaincy here by Jawad Ghani. Utilizing the bowlers properly, and this time on the back foot, played towards the sweeper cover. Just a single. both the spinners, left arm orthodox spinners of TVSL, have those variations and bowling slow in the air. 11 is the batters are finding it difficult to find that odd boundary.
And Kannan looking to go for the big shot inside edge onto the pads. That is a dot ball, so everybody seems to be struggling here. Ball just not coming onto the bat at all, it seems. Single to finish the over. It's 28 for 4 after 5. In fact, there's still a delivery to go, beg your pardon. Tucked away, and they'll pick up a quick single. Now it's 28 for 4 after 5.
So Fayaz Ahmed will continue from Sharjah Cricket Academy, and it's Nilansh once again slow in the air, using his feet, not able to find the gap. Clearly they are struggling tonight. 11 is
Just not working out for them. There's hardly bat on ball. They'll pick up a couple there. Yes, they will. They've gone upstairs. A shake of the head from the umpire suggesting that he doesn't think that is out.
he's safely home. Conan Abbas, so very quick between the wickets. Nudged towards the deep mid wicket by Nilansh Keswani. And some urgency shown by both the batters this time. Once again on the back foot. This time firmly struck by Nilansh, just a single. Brilliant spell here going on by Fayaz Ahmed. Just 6 runs of 9 deliveries.
Abbas will be on strike now. 4 of 8 for him. He will have to bat through, and he will have to get at least 35 to 40 runs if he wants to give 11 ace some respectability here. And he looks to go for it, hasn't timed it, and straight down the fielder's throat. This is turning out to be a bit of a disaster here.
In the quest of quick runs, so one more wicket falls here for 11 ace. This time it's a big man, Conan Abbas, trying to clear that long on. A brilliant piece of bowling once again by the left arm orthodox Nadeem. Bowling slow in the air and getting rid of Conan Abbas, walking back after making 4. It's 31 for 5.
So now all the bowlers used have picked up wickets. Conan Abbas goes back into the hut, and that's been patted away. That's another dot ball here. Last ball of the over coming up.
So with the dot, over number 6 comes to an end. It's 31 for 5. It's Jawad Ghani who will continue from the Bukhatir end. And at last, Nishant getting that much needed break. And joining me in the com box is Mr. Azhar. Welcome to com box.
Thank you, Mudassar. So, another repeat telecast of the first match that happened today, I think. And it's quite interesting that the events are turning out this way because the wicket is so flat. Everybody thinks this is like 120 run wicket, but we saw two teams struggle. This time it is 11 A's.
Azhar, I believe that it has been a brilliant bowling by TVSL and poor batting performance by the 11S batters. Still, the surface is really good. You can post it around 95 to 100, and you can defend that total. This time, a full toss delivery, low full toss, quick run taken by Nilansh. The backup coming in from the deep.
Yes, 11 A's are all over the place, no doubt. And when you lose a wicket of the very first ball of the match, it does send the energy, the vibe down of the whole team. It was beautifully bowled by Mohit, their in-swinging Yorker. Delight to watch right closer to the stadium, rather closer to the pitch. And this is turning out to be a low-scoring match. I do not see this going above 55. That was my prediction. I was just telling Nishant the same thing. What do you think, Mudassar?
I agree with you the way they are playing here. 55, below 55, and it will be a good job done by TVSL bowlers. Still the likes of Nilansh, and he's a very good batter, and he can hit those big shots.
Certainly, and Ghani is definitely one of the ace bowlers. The doppelganger of Moin Ali, I always say. Looks very similar to him and can play like him as well as far as the bowling is concerned. Very consistent. And this one is an opportunity for TVSL to start strong in this tournament. This is their first match. They have just come back after winning the CBFS T10 league. And they were definitely not the favorites, but ended up performing so well with, I think, bowling being their most positive stride.
Time firmly driven towards mid-off, just a single, and this is batting power play taken by 11 Ace. Brilliant piece of bowling continues by Jawad Ghani. And talking about TVSL, Azhar, it took almost 3 to 4 years for this team to reach the finals and knockout stages of the tournament. And what a season they are having. Back-to-back trophies, one in ICC and the previous edition of S20. They were the champions by defeating Pacific Group in the final.
It's a bit of turn of events, I would say. and it has been of course, the great upset that happened with IGM scoring just about 64, 65 runs when they needed about 135 runs or so to qualify, never ended up qualifying. And of course, TVSL ended up being the favorites, no doubt. Well, that's 7 overs gone. The score's now 37 for 5. So, Sajjad will continue proceedings. His first over, taking off the pace and single taken. This is turning out to be one of the slower games when you think about S10 or any 10 over format for that reason. You will always think about big scores, 90, 95, 100, 120, especially at a surface like this. And today has been some sort of an anticlimax throughout the day. Of course, when 7 districts chased the meager total of about 60 odd runs, they finished it in 4 overs, just the first match. So there is batting, of course, that can be done. It's just that 11 Ace has not been able to produce the result that they would have wanted to.
Width offer, but just a single, and singles won't harm TVSL. I feel sorry for 11 Ace. They did not got the right combination, especially in this tournament. They were really good in the Dubai Council Extend tournament, reaching that semi-final. Missing a couple of big names like of Usman Khan, Rahul and Sagar Kalyan.
And I haven't seen a boundary come in a long time. We don't have the stats, but I can tell you it's at least 4 overs. And this is not the way S10 is to be approached.
You need to play a couple of orthodox shots, and intentions are not clear by the batter. They are just happy by taking those singles and doubles. Happy to reach somewhere around 50.
Well, what the bowlers are intelligently doing right now is taking off the pace. And it's not an easy thing to do. If you're taking off the pace, you have only a small margin of error in terms of the length. And if you miss the length by that small margin, the batsman can easily take you on. Of course, it also depends on what position the batting side is in. Right now, the pressure is on 11 Ace, who's just managed to find the fielder every time they've hit bat to ball.
2 youngsters, Nilansh Keswani and Arshad Hamad, out in the middle and dealing in singles. And the current run rate is 5.36. As said by Azhar, in the first match also we have the scenario was the same. These new teams are struggling against the likes of TVSL and 7 districts bowling.
Yeah, well, a lot more is expected from a team like 11 Ace, I have to say. This one finally a much needed boundary. 11 Ace, and it's Nilansh who's been able to finally find that fielder. It was a bit too short and a bit too slow. We were just talking about the slow deliveries. You have only this much margin of an error, and Nilansh finally being able to free his arms, hitting it over the backward point region, and gets a boundary to his name. So that is 8 over completed, and the score is 46 for 5. So Ikram will bowl his first over for TVSL, and a rather slow start to the innings by Lebanese, a slow middle over batting and is an extremely slow death over batting as well.
They shuffled the top order and it backfired tonight for Lebanese. They promoted Ahsan, a lower order batsman, to open the innings. First ball duck, Saad Ali, the player of the match in the previous game, struggled tonight against the spin bowling of TVSL.
This one's lofted. Will it find the boundary? Well cut off by the fielder there. The 2 runs comes for Lebanese. Still going at a current run rate of less than 6 runs per over. And I have to tell you, Mudassar, this approach will not get them very far in the tournament. They may have been lucky in completing the super over win against 7 districts, but this time they're all over the place. This one has been struck and struck well. First 6 of the match, and it is Nilansh who makes it happen.
Youngster Nilansh Keswani, quick on the back foot, a shorter delivery and sent over Sajjad Muluk towards the deep mid-wicket for the first maximum of this innings.
We were just talking about the lower order batsmen. This one is as well struck high. Will it find the fielder? Yes, it does. A good little cameo there by Nilansh comes to an end. And this is wicket number 6 that has fallen for Lebanese.
And this is a 55 for 5, 8.3 overs. A new man, Mubin Ali. Um, Stand and deliver this time. Cut hard over the point. 1 bounce. 4 starts off brilliantly. Mubin. We were talking about 55. They reached to 59. There's 1 more over to come after this delivery.
Yes, the boundaries are coming, but I'm beginning to wonder if it's a little too late. We even saw, like, when India was playing the T20 World Cup, they lost out on the first 10 overs. They scored in the last 10 overs, but it is never enough. This is high in the air. There is no cover there. The ball lands safely, but does not make its way to the boundary. 3 runs. This could be a chance. Oh, what a miss. What a miss. A comedy of errors here. 4 singles taken. Can you believe it? 4 singles in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Young legs, Mubin Ali and Hamad Arshad. He should have collected this, the bowler Ikram. And full advantage taken by Arshad and Mubin Ali. One of the expensive over of this innings comes from Ikram. 9 gone, it's 63 for 6. So it will be Nadeem to bowl the final over of the first innings from Sharjah Cricket Academy, and 1 over 3 runs and 1 wicket to his name. Arshad on strike, coming down the track and played straight towards the bowler. Mubin started off well. 8 to his name of just 2 deliveries. Can they go past 70? Coming down the track this time, connects well, but straight towards a long off. Just a single managed by Arshad.
Yes, certainly. So, Lebanese has played 2 matches. They've lost both, and this is their comeback match, I would call it. They need to do everything they can to try and win this game. Otherwise, they have a very small chance of progressing in this tournament. Mind you, they are competing against teams like Kolata Chocolates, Future Mattress, 7 Districts, Pacific Group, and TVSL in the same pool. Not the easiest task, and losing out in the first 5 overs, not getting enough runs. They were still under 6 runs per over in the first 5 overs. That's never good enough, especially in a S10 format.
Once again using his feet, and once again quick between the wickets. Mubin Ali and Arshad getting couple of runs. Can he manage a boundary? It will make sure that they go past that 70 mark.
A couple of sixes would ideally be the right combination for them. Not if Nadeem can bowl this way. And that is the end of the innings. 68 runs is what Lebanese has posted, a score that is far below par in this format of the match here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. The batting has been rather dismal. Asan, Fayaz, Abbas, Harshit and Saad all in single-digit scores. Nilansh, who started slow, finally did get a couple of boundaries to his name. Arshad again with the strike rate below 100 in a 10-over format. Not good enough. Mubin Ali got a boundary to his name, 9 runs and 6 extras. The total stands at 68 for 6. On the bowling front, it has been Rohit who struck very early, took the wicket of the very first ball of the match. 2 wickets to his name, the 14 runs given. Otherwise, it has been, unsurprisingly, Fayaz Ahmed and Nadeem who really put the brakes on the scoring. Not that there was much to begin with. And Sajjad and Ikram bowling 1 over each for 9 and 17 runs respectively. The highlights, it has been Rohit who struck early. There were some boundaries that came in, but it has been the bowlers of TVSL ever since then. Not too many boundaries that came. They've managed to keep the run rate below 6 runs and over up to the 7th over or so. Cause a couple of sixes there that came, but a little too late. And it has been TVSL's game from the very beginning. That was a good shot. This one as well, both clearing the boundary, but then finding the fielder there. Good shots played towards the tail end of batsman, but a little too late. 68 is the final score that has been taken by Lebanese, and TVSL will require 69 runs to win their very first match of the tournament at a required run rate of 6.9 runs per over. So that's the end of the first innings. Do stay tuned live. We will be back shortly where TVSL will take on the batting against Lebanese.
Welcome back to Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It's the Vision Shipping versus 11 Ace. What a brilliant piece of bowling performance. And the TVSL bowlers made sure they restrict the 11 Ace below 70. All they needed is 69 from 60 balls, and to take you through in the first half of the second innings, joining me is Mr. Azhar. Welcome to Combox.
Thank you, Mudassar. And again, some sort of, as we were saying earlier, repeat telecast of the previous match that happened. The score remaining in the 60s, far below par for this ground and for these conditions and for this level of a tournament. This is an opportunity for TVSL to start strong, and they are definitely in high spirits after winning the T20 format. Great batsmen, great bowling, and more importantly, great camaraderie between the players. That's one thing that I've noticed in this team. And when I was interviewing the captain as well and Saqib as well, many times they said, no, we don't plan too much. We just go, we just play, we give our best, we support our players, our fielders, and we win the game.
And it's Nilansh Keswani starts the proceedings with the ball. Straight away off the mark, push towards the mid-wicket. And in the initial years, they struggled a lot, TVSL. But now they have covered all the departments. They have the all-rounder, the spinners, the likes of Salman and Abid Ali coming in the top order. Sam, a quicker delivery, made room and pushed towards the point. Ubaidullah and Salman. It's a complete new opening pair for TVSL in the absence of Saqib Mahmood, the captain, is missing tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure he's watching the match live wherever he is. He's a person who likes to be in the game from the very first ball, no doubt. And it's been 11 Ace who look a little bit off edge today. We could even see a couple of their players. This one has been lofted, beats the fielder, goes towards long off, and the first boundary comes for TVSL.
Nicely played, and once it clears the mid-off, then it raced towards the fence. The first boundary from the blade of Salman, man in form for TVSL. Had a brilliant S20 tournament with the bat. 63 needed just of 57 balls.
Well, they have all the time in the world, there's no doubt. Ideally, they would still want to utilize the power play, get the tournament started in the right level. This is a 10-over game, not the 20 overs, so the format is slightly... This is a shout, might have hit the inside edge of the batsman, steals a single.
Good decision by Shamim Ali, a very experienced Sharjah Cricket Council umpire. Shamim Ali trying to go towards the square leg. So far 7 runs, tidy over, but they need wickets here. 11 is.
Ubaidullah goes high, goes towards the cover region. The ball will find its way to the boundary. And this has been an expensive over. 11 runs have come off it. 1 over gone. A TVS now at 11 for naught. Very safe. And there you go. Over number 2, Harshit starts off with a boundary. A welcome boundary by Salman. Too short, too wide, freeing his arms. And this is easy pickings for the batsman.
Welcome Harshit Kaushik with a boundary. Beautiful shot down the ground. Looking good out in the middle. Salman, a new recruit in UAE. What a pick by TVSL this season. Scoring bulk of runs for them and winning the trophies for TVSL. Salman.
This is lofted in the air. First 6. Is it first? Yes, it is.
Class this time. Played straight over mid-off for a maximum. I said 5.2, and I believe they'll chase this target before 5 overs.
6.3. No, I think I said 7.3,
Yes.
was it? Yeah, 7.3 was my guess. Well, if you look at it, 11A's does look a little bit on edge. You can see a couple of their fielders don't even have the team jersey, which is a quite surprising thing. And they do look a little bit less prepared compared to the previous matches that they played. This is cut, finds the gap once again. Even with that packed offside field, the point covers, short covers, gully, short third man, and the batsman still finds the gap. Easy pickings for them, too short, too wide. Salman just freeing his arms and enjoying the game.
Runs are flowing in Sharjah Cricket Stadium from the blade of Salman. Harshit with expensive 14 so far. Boundary 6 and a boundary in 3 deliveries. Racing towards the target, TVSL.
3 deliveries left of this power play. This has been lofted as well over the fielder at mid-off. Another boundary comes, and it is 11 who are feeling much of the heat here.
I believe it's a poor bowling. You have deep mid-wicket and long on, and bowling on that middle stump and off stump. Easy picking for Salman. This time just shuffling and playing over mid-off. Expensive over. Clearly they are struggling, 11
Just 40 required now. And this is one thing I keep saying as well. The bowlers always need something to bowl to in terms of a score. With a low score like 68 runs, the pressure starts with the bowler from the very first delivery that he bowls at. And the batsmen, they are really relaxed. They know that they can go for it. They have the batsmen to cover themselves up. And it's a sorry situation, unfortunately, for 11 Just gliding on the onside. This will be a single.
This was needed from Harshit into the block hole and played towards the long one with that single. Over number 2 comes to an end, 30 for no loss.
So 3 overs gone. Beg your pardon. 2 overs gone. 30 runs have been scored. And Gias will continue proceedings for 11 And a change in voice with a short break given to Nishant. He's back in the comm box. Welcome, Nishant.
Yes, thank you so much, Azza. That's nicely driven down the ground. Comfortable single. Most of the damage has been done by Salman. 26 of 11. Come to think of it, Ubaidullah has just played 2 deliveries.
Gets an opportunity finally. And he completely misread that ball. That was some sort of a googly, I would think. Gias doing very well there.
Yes, very good googly there.
Certainly one of the better pick of the bowlers for Team 11 Ace. Can really has a lot of variations to his pocket. Can keep the batsman guessing. This one has been lofted, might find the fielder. Is this wicket number 1? Beautifully taken there.
Yes, very good catch there by the fielder. Running in from long off, diving forward to take that catch. Ubaidullah is the man who is dismissed here. Harshit, the catcher. First wicket, something to smile about for the first time for 11 Ace this evening. But definitely that's far too little. Ubaidullah goes for 5 or 4. Thanks to a brilliant catch by Harshit. Running in, diving forward and taking it clean. And Nadeem straight away takes the attack and starts off with a 6.
You want entertainment, forget all the movies on Netflix and Amazon. This is the perfect start. And a reverse sweep for 6. Something that Maxwell does regularly. This is Nadeem, who has started so beautifully, executed so beautifully. And pressure right back at Gias.
Yes, Nadeem went berserk in one of the games recently in Dubai. Got 100 of about 24 balls.
That's impossible. This
Big-
one.
Big shot attempted there, plain a miss, dot ball.
Certainly, Gias is not a bowler that you can read very easily. I have a feeling now Nadeem is going to attempt that reverse sweep once again with all those googlies that's coming. No, not on this case. Just takes a single driven to long off. 3 overs have been bowled and the score's 37 for 1.
Nilansh to bowl his second over. Will be bowling to Nadeem, who's batting on 7 of 3. Now bowling to the longer boundary, Nilansh. And looks like the batting power play has been taken. Two fielders on the onside there in the deep. Long on and mid-wicket. Nadeem on strike. Nadeem was looking to back away and go over the offside. Inside half the bat coming into play. They pick up a single that brings Salman on strike now.
Yeah, they're probably going to ease themselves to victory anyway. So the question is not who's going to win the match, unless, of course, TVSL out of the blue decides to really give the game off to 11 Ace. It's about when they're going to finish the match, and with shots like these, they will be able to finish the match quicker. And 11 Ace, who are struggling in this tournament, barely had an opportunity to secure the win against 7 districts. So they have to make something happen here. This has been swept. Will find the boundary. Salman's carnage continues, and the woes of 11 A's continue as well.
Yes, that was very nicely done. Salman is really onto it. Having a pretty good time in the middle. .32 of 13 is what he's batting on right now.
Just the 24 required, and that has been an attempt by Salman to blast it out of the stadium, but did not get his timing right. So just 23 required, 3.4 overs gone just now. TVS has an excellent opportunity here to finish the game in probably under 6 overs. That would mean another 23 runs from 2.2 overs at max. And the way Salman and Nadeem both are going about it, chances are that it might happen.
Well, absolutely, they're really looking forward to finish things off as early as possible. And he backs away and looks to go over the top. Just manages to clear mid off. Lovely shot there from Nadeem.
Lovely placement as well. He had to really create room for himself to be able to loft it over the fielder there at mid-off. Always a risky shot, of course, if you're a batsman that can believe in your talent, in your abilities. I think, Nadeem, this is a perfect execution of that. Just the 1 wicket now. The 50 comes up in just 3.5 overs.
And again looking to do the same thing, go over the offside. Fails to connect. Will pick up a single. It's 51 for 1 after 4. Riaz Khalik into the attack. He'll be bowling to Nadeem.
Nadeem will look on to attack. Not connecting as well as he would have wanted, but in the gap could have picked out 2, but decides to just jog it out for a single.
52 for the loss of 1 wicket now. Salman on strike. 33 of 14. On the full toss, flicked away. Nicely done. Another single taken. Full flat on the stumps. Drilled towards cover, straight to the fielder.
And the scoring rate slightly gone slower. Riaz has done beautifully this over so far. But could be a little too late. They just need 16 more runs to win TVS, and they will make it some way or the other. This has been blasted. Could this go out of the stadium? Yes, it does. Just beside the cameraman there.
What a shot. This is the power of Nadeem, let me tell you. He can be very dangerous. He just waited for it to come and absolutely pummeled it for a 6. Massive hit.
They're just enjoying themselves. This was a rather poor delivery from Riaz, who has done so well this over so far. He was keeping the batsman quiet, but could have just slipped his hand, or got stuck in his hand rather. Too short, too slow, and too easy for Nadeem.
Couple of deliveries remaining, 59 for the loss of 1 wicket. And that's it, straight back at Riaz. Holds on to it, that is another dot ball.
Will want to finish well here, Riaz. Not easy to keep Nadeem quiet, especially once he starts going. And once he goes like this, hit towards the onside, will find the fielder finishing well, I would say. Just the single taken, 5 overs gone. The score for TVS now moves to 60 for 1. Hamad Ashad will continue proceedings for 11 ace. Could be the final over of the match, the way Nadeem and Salman are going at it. This has been lofted. Will find its way for a 6.
I said over 6 overs, but looks like it is going to be in this over itself.
Yeah, I wish I will beat you to a prediction, hopefully for the next match. And the elevation at which Nadeem hit, I actually thought it might go above the top tier. This one has been hit. Could this be the match? Out of the stadium. Nadeem finishes in style.
What a way to finish it, really. He just waited for it and absolutely thumped it over mid-wicket. That is all over. The Vision Shipping have won by 9 wickets. And they've done it with, again, plenty of balls to spare. 28 balls to spare. This is another mammoth win here.
Yes, certainly. TVS, of course, one of the favorites of the league, especially knowing how they played the tournament of the CBFS T10 league, winning that championship with the likes of Salman, Ubaidullah, Nadeem, Imran Javed, etc. They have a lot of batting, and of course on the bowling side, Faraz, Sajjad, Ghani, Ahmed. They are a well-balanced team. Starts off well for the first match that they played. Salman scoring 34 of 15 deliveries, Nadeem 33 of 13, and it has been TVS from the very beginning of this match.
Yes, absolutely. All TVS right from the word go, finishing off in style as well. As far as the bowling was concerned, absolutely nothing there. Two good overs from Gias and Riaz, but everybody else went for a lot of runs. Excellent partnership there towards the end to finish things off. TVS won the toss. They again decided to bowl just like the team in the first game, 7 districts, and brilliant bowling ensured that they didn't allow 11 A's to get past 70. They were restricted to 68. In reply, Vision Shipping got to 72 in just over half the time. Interglobe Marine will take on Karwan Cricket Club in the next game, the last of the night. It will take a bit of time for that match to begin, almost an hour. And right now we'll dive into a short break. When we are back, it will be Mudassir with the post-match presentation.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to match presentation of SkyExchange.net present CBFS S10 League Season 2 powered by Fan Code. And moving ahead, I would like to thank the Sharjah Cricket and all the administration involved behind the scenes for its support in hosting this level of tournament. And also a big thanks to our sponsors, title sponsor, SkyExchange.net, powered by sponsor and official streaming partner, Fan Code, event partner, TCM, associate sponsor, oursook.com, and merchandise partner, 7 Districts. The match was played between 11 AS and Vision Shipping, and they have invited 11S to bat first, and they bundle out for 68. And what a easy run chase it was. And to present the man of the match award, with me in the presentation part is Mr. Taisin Javed, the match referee, and the player of the match goes to Nadeem for his brilliant all-round performance, 33 runs and a wicket to his name. माशाल्लाह काफ़ी बढ़िया बैटिंग चल का गुस्सा आप यहाँ पे बॉलर्स पे निकालते हैं आके।
जी बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह ताला का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ। नहीं बस मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि अपनी जो नेचुरल मेरी गेम है वो खेलूँ, बाकी बस अल्लाह का शुक्र है बहुत अच्छी फॉर्म चल रही है।
और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ख़ास तौर से 3 नाम लो, एक आपका, चार आने से टीम के मतलब एकदम रौनक ही बदल गई है।
जी बिल्कुल, अब हमारा कम्बिनेशन बहुत अच्छा बना हुआ है। अली आबिद फॉर्म में है, सलमान बहुत अच्छी फॉर्म में है, और आपने एक नाम मिस किया नासिर, वो भी बहुत अच्छी फॉर्म में है। और बॉलिंग में रोहित और जवाद भाई और साकिब भाई बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग करा रहे हैं। तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अभी तक सब कुछ अच्छा चल रहा है।
और कितना जवाद भाई की काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस यहाँ पे डोमेस्टिक में काफ़ी सालों से खेल रहे हैं और टीम भी काफ़ी अच्छा रिजल्ट्स आ रहे हैं।
जी बिल्कुल, मैं ये अपने दोस्तों को बताता रहता हूँ कि मेरे हिसाब से जो मुझे जितनी समझ है क्रिकेट की, यूएई में मैंने जवाद भाई से अच्छी कप्तानी मैंने किसी की नहीं देखी अभी तक। तो माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छी कप्तानी करते हैं वो, प्लेयर्स को मोटिवेट भी बहुत करते हैं और उनको बहुत सपोर्ट करते हैं।
चलो ऑल द बेस्ट, और दुआ करता हूँ आप इस तरीके से बाहर ही छक्के मारते।
थैंक यू सर।
So that was the player of the match, Nadeem from 11A from Vision Shipping. And stay tuned because we have one more match lineup that is between IGM and Karwan CC. So we'll be back after you the live pictures of the match number 2.